honestly, I was more there for the show of watching the Japanese girls. What was funny is that like everyone there was a couple, and there was like for this particular show there were 17 people. Everyone's there with their partner, boy, girl. Yeah, that's exactly the place. But if you kept track, that was an odd number.
I did keep track.
Yeah, there was one clearly local dude. Everyone else was just like a foreigner, a tourist, Australia, America, Canada. And then there was the one gooner Japanese dude who's just there. For his own fun.
That's good.
Yeah, so Taylor, you can see the drinks in front of like the green drinks. That was like their specialty. They're enormous and barely have any alcohol.
Oh, this is a place to order beer. Then they can't cheat you on that.
Yeah,
it's already very weak though compared to other alcohols, but still, this place looks like fun. Maybe a little too much activity after like. Actually, I was gonna say 80 minutes is probably the perfect amount of time to spend here.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just don't care about them like squeezing the lemons and like being mildly flirtatious with their flat chests. You know, like if I wanted. I'm an all or nothing guy. Like if I want to see naked women, we're gonna go to some weird Japanese sex show or we're gonna go to that banana show that the Marines are always talking about. We're gonna see some shit. But if I wanted drinks, I kind of want like if I'm looking for girls, that's a different place entirely. If I'm looking for drinks, it's not gonna be here. I don't know.
Yeah, this was definitely a novelty thing.
Yeah,
we went to like a Coyote Ugly style bar in maybe Seattle, and I was just like, I think you kicked my drink, madam.
What does Coyote Ugly mean? That's when the strippers are
That's a $14 beverage you just kicked.
Like a titty bar.
But when the strippers are like kind of
they don't get naked. It's more like this.
No, they're not like Hooters.
Okay.
Like Hooters, but they're dancing on the bar and they're like they've got like pistols that shoot liquor into your mouth, and it's very like dancing, and there's routines. There's a movie called Coyote Ugly, and that caused all of a sudden there was a ton of those bars doing that.
I don't want anyone on my table in any situation.
She's literally
I have to move around my onion rings while she's doing the fucking doing the foxtrot on my table. No, fuck that.
The like prostitution life in Japan was really weird too, because. Again, this is all explained to me. This is not like my firsthand knowledge. Apparently, like sex is just weird in Japan. They much more prefer like cuddling and companionship when it comes to their escorts. So when you walk around the red light district, like you're literally hiring one, it's creepy. It's these women that are dressed like 12-year-old girls. That seems to be a very common thing there. And it's just pedophiles. Yeah, it's just to hire them for them to talk to you and hang out with you and cuddle you and caress you. And it's the same thing with there's like a ton of
I want to get paid in that situation.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not here to fucking cuddle.
I don't cuddle my wife. Get over here and suck this thing.
I'm supposed to ask this lady of the night how her day was.
I think so.
Watch.
Yeah, because all of these guys and women there are so busy with work that they'd rather just pay for companionship as opposed to make an effort to actually have a relationship. Like male escorts there are so popular, so popular, and it's just these working class women that just want an eye candy beside them to talk to them, to ask them about their day. What's funky about those places, we walk by them, they have like a ranking leaderboard where they have like the guy that makes the most money at the top of, as if it was a Call of Duty lobby. And it's like an honor to be able to hire the most popular guy.
Yeah.
What an odd culture.
I wonder if the cuddle not sex thing is a lie, right? Like if I was a female escort, I might be like, mostly I just talk to them.
Yeah, of course. Like that's
that bullshit.
That's a little bit of that's the honor culture there. That's the honor culture, I bet. Like she will lie and say it was snuggling, and then he has plausible deniability as the John to do what Woody said. Like that's what I was thinking. That we were on the same page. I was thinking the same thing.
Japan has a long history of fuck him in the ass style prostitution. This is a new occurrence. This goes hand in hand with the tentacle, which is not even a joke. It's what they're into over there. There is so much tentacle coming out of that country that there's no way that there's not a thirst for it.
Now, Kyle, I'm sure you've heard this, but it's my understanding that you can make tentacle porn in Japan without pixelating it, which might explain why it's
the
so
90s.
popular.
That explained the 90s.
Wait,
and like in the hand-drawn stuff. That explains all that. But like the internet exists now, so they have full access to our girls, just the real and they've had access to that since, I don't know, 2002 or some shit, but they've still stayed down this tentacle, which like
are a lot of them though? Or is this like because you know how we'll make jokes about like panty vending machines? They're not actually on every corner, like just a weird thing.
The fact that there's one in the country.
That's weird. But like, do you really think that's there's no way that's that can't be, that's like their deviant art furries, like people out there is what I think. That's not the normal Japanese
animated pornography have you watched?
None.
Okay. Well, then what are we even talking about? Because I've watched hours of the shit, and I'm telling you, it's nothing but tentacle pedophilia. And not only that, Taylor, it's tentacle. You will never ever find a Japanese animated like tentacle film where the girl is enjoying it one bit, Taylor. If anything, it's rape that then turns into a little bit of lust. It always begins with rape or blackmail.
I bet it started with lust.
The lust of like the creepy teacher or whoever's like doing the rape. Like that.
I'm hesitant because I imagine maybe you're right. Maybe it's actually a huge thing there. But in my head, I've always thought it would be the equivalent of some Japanese guy going in like the weird corner of deviant art, which we've made fun of on this show many times, like people doing like eating other people fetish and like big bellies and
vor clopping.
All that stuff. It would be like a Japanese guy going there and being like, oh, look at the wild American. They are pervert. And it's like, no, that's like a weird little segment. Like that's not reminiscent of all the big titty lovers in America who like women with big titties. The same way, I bet Japan's like that. There's a lot of. I know
what's super popular there is dating simulators, like video games or websites where you're simulating dating with like an AI character. And again, it's just, if you look at like Japan's projected population, I think they're supposed to go from like 130 million to 50 million within the next 30 years. They are severely old, and two, they're just not fucking. Whether it's because of all of this stuff like companionships and dating simulators, tentacle porn, whatever it might be, for one reason or another, it's probably because they work a lot. But we'll go with the tentacle porn. They're just not having sex and not having kids. I saw a story of a guy that had an online, not an online dating, sorry, a dating simulator partner for the past like 10 years and married his Nintendo DS. You can find it. He married his Nintendo DS and had a full ceremony with the Nintendo DS character right there alongside saying "I do."
What an asshole!
Yeah,
like making people fly in, making people fly in so you can fuck your PlayStation or something.
I do wonder, is that like a Tamagotchi? Do you have to keep it alive, or does it?
I have no idea.
I forgot to feed her again.
Seems like. Kyle, I know a big problem with
hypothetically. Which console do you marry?
The PlayStation 3. That thing's got curves.
He's good enough for a fucking Switch. He could have married a Switch.
PlayStation 3 is one of the sexiest consoles ever made, for real. Like if you look at the PS2 and like and then that transition to the 3, it's night and day. It went from a rectangular, sharp-edged little thing to the gigantic, powerful, curvy black bitch.
Xbox 360 has some curves.
Yeah, look at that. He's got one right there.
I love the curves. Is this?
See, that's the new though. That's the new.
Yeah,
one.
You don't like this bitch. You like the fat bitch.
Yeah, the big black bitch. I want Serena Williams up in there, like being loud with that big fan. Yeah,
the big fan.
The OG PS3 was way bigger and fatter and curvier and shiny instead of the matte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the sexy.
Okay, console. All right, well played. I'll take it.
I think a big reason.
Can't get in your ass like a Wii remote, though.
Japan can't have kids, or at least they're
maybe not your ass.
Do you remember that old internet? Do you remember that old video? That viral video. It was one of the first big YouTube viral videos from like 2006, where it was that dude like in his boxer shorts with no shirt on at his house, and his brother like deleted his game on something, and so the guy like goes into his room and he's like like banging his wall, and then he like grabs the remote and he like starts to put it up his ass, and he goes and then he stops and he throws the remote away, and then do you remember that?
That was
the World of Warcraft account.
That was one of the OG first ever viral.
I saw it on
videos,
E-Bomb's World in like
Yeah.
2003.
It was fake though, right? You do that.
Yeah, he was playing it up a little. I don't know if that was a retrospective denial.
I think there were like a whole series.
One.
Yeah, I caught on they were fake by par 13.
You're right. You're right. They did have a whole series of him spazzing out and maybe putting things near his ass. Well, it got me in 2003 on.
Oh, I was had for a bit. Yeah.